casual fans of figure skating or people who don't care about figure skating until the Olympics roll around might suggest that, hey, it's already a foregone conclusion. You guys are going to win. There's a judging system here. It's not as if it's a win or loss, and Scott and Tessa score more goals than their competition. There's a judging system in place, and people decide if your program that night was good enough to win the day. So do you take anything for granted at all, or do you think that every time you go out there it might not be your day, or if you have your way it's going to be your day?
I think we have to train so that every day is our day. I think that's the goal of why we train so hard every day. I think with the sport the way it is now versus the way it was, let's say 8 years ago, 6 years ago, before the new system was in place for ice dance, it is a lot more of a sport. You need to be on. You need to execute the programs and execute every element, or you will not get the marks. So I think that's a great thing. That's part of why Tess and I have come up in the sport so fast, and hopefully the sport is changing. And I think it's a tribute to all the good things that have come in figure skating. So you must be there and you must compete well to win.
And of course, Tessa, you know that this ascent is taking you to the Olympics, and there are no time for slip-ups. It's all about getting done what you guys dreamed of doing all those years ago, and that's, of course, winning a world title and perhaps better yet, an Olympic gold. So you must feel like, every performance is a stepping stone to the pinnacle, and that pinnacle being Vancouver.
Every performance, every competition, every practice. I mean, we put that pressure on ourselves every day, whether we're taking the ice at 6 a.m. On a Wednesday. We're trying to think of it as the Olympic Games, and we're trying to put those performances on the ice every single day so that it's no surprise when we get to a competition and lay it down. Okay, guys, 2 minutes left. I want to ask you, how much longer is this going to happen? Virtue and Moir, you guys have made you've made sweet music on the ice for so long, but I guess nothing's forever. Do you look at the Olympics as a real milestone, as a point in your careers where you'll say this is our body of work? What's next? And are we going to go through this together? You're so young. You've got miles to go, but I just want to know, have you ever talked about perhaps doing something else at some point? Scott, I know it's a tough question, but see what you can do.
Well, I mean, what a question. I mean, we don't really know. We haven't talked about it. It is going to be a milestone in our career, no matter what. We're so blessed to be able to skate at a home games. Not hardly any athletes get that opportunity. It's something that we'll remember for the rest of our life. So it will be a milestone. Where we go from there, I guess, is to be decided come April in 2010. I mean, if you could ask Tessa that question, I'd like to hear the answer. So,
Tess, the world wants to know, how much longer you're going to work with this guy right here. Is it just going to keep going until you feel that the time is right and you guys have accomplished enough to perhaps shut her down, or do you even know at this point?
It's hard to say. I mean, it's hard to believe that this is our 14th year, going on our 14th year skating together. So who would have thought that we'd make it this far? Yeah. So, like Scott said, I guess we'll just have to reevaluate and see how this year goes and how we feel afterwards. But who knows? It's hard to imagine life without skating, but it's out there somewhere.
I want you guys to skate together forever and ever, because you are a big reason why I'm a huge fan of the sport of figure skating. You guys are true. If Canadian figure skating hit a lull there for a while, you guys are front and center for bringing it back, and you guys should be commended for that, congratulated. But there's still more to do. There's that event next week, and of course, the Olympics. You guys pumped? You ready?
Yeah, we're pumped.
Very ready.
And we're so excited to have you in studio. Nothing but the very best to you guys and your families. Try to enjoy your stay in London. Go get the gold, Canadian style, and then go get that Olympic gold in the next month and a half.
Sounds great.
Tessa Virtue, Scott Moir, thanks for your time. Happy New Year, and all the best.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
These guys are just absolutely phenomenal. They are the Canadian champions, picked up a silver medal at the recent Grand Prix event, the HomeSense event in Kitchener a couple of months ago. They just dominated. Watch out for the Goose. Watch out for something extra special from Tessa Virtue and Scott Moir. They are the best in the business, continue to get better, and we know that it's going to culminate with something extra special at the Vancouver Winter Olympic Games. Danny Severette to come, as well as Peter Kites. You're listening to The Hook on AM 980.